Hey Canucks fans, with the trade for Jason Dickinson, it now appears that their roster is set for the Seattle Kraken expansion draft. I'm Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. It's my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Saturday, July the 17th. Subscribe now for Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. I did a quick vlog about 2 hours ago, right when the news about the Jason Dickinson trade broke, and now I've had a couple hours to kind of immerse myself in Jason Dickinson, learn a bit more about him, and clearly have my thoughts laid out. That one was good earlier today, but it was quick. I wanted to be fast. I had my son Jacob in the car because we just came from bowling, and I wanted to get that out there. But now I'm a little bit more calm, done a bit more research, and we can talk about this. So let's do that in a second. Let's talk about the ramifications on the Vancouver Canucks protected list for the Seattle Kraken expansion draft. But first and foremost, because today is Saturday, that means tomorrow is Sunday. That means tomorrow is my weekly Ask Me Anything vlog. So leave a comment, leave a question below in the comment section, mark it AMA for Ask Me Anything, and I'll do my best to get to it in tomorrow's vlog. It can be about today's proceedings, the Canucks overall, Seattle, the NHL, personal, whatever you want to do. Make sure that you leave it down below. Mark it AMA. Also tomorrow, members Zoom chat for franchise and Hall of Fame members. That's at 8:15, and then just a little bit after that at 10 o'clock, I'll do my regular weekly live stream for everyone, and that's on YouTube. Okay, let's get into this trade a bit more and then talk about Vancouver Canucks protected list likely finalized with this trade. So as I mentioned earlier, Jason Dickinson is from the Dallas Stars. He can play center or the wing. He's a left shot center. He just turned 26 years old earlier this month, and he's good size, 6'2", 200 pounds. He was drafted in the first round, at the very end of the first round, 29th pick overall in 2013, and he's been with the Dallas Stars his entire career. He has played, the first 3 seasons didn't really count, like 1 game, 10 games, 27 games. So in his 3 full seasons with the Stars the last 3 years, 67 games, 22 points, 65 games, 21 points, 51 games, 15 points. So he scores a point, gets a point every 3 games or so, so about a .30 points per game player. So that's kind of what you'd expect from a third line center. Maybe you want a tiny bit more, but I think the type of play we are getting, he's like Brandon Sutter light, but I think with more potential. And that's because he's a good penalty killer. He's an excellent penalty killer. He's a good leader in the room. The reason why I recognize his name is right when the Black Lives Matter movement was happening last summer, and they're about ready to, they took a quick break from their games in the bubble. Bo Horvat was front and center along with Ryan Reeves. But you know who else was front and center? Was Jason Dickinson. In fact, in the big media conference, Dickinson was standing right next to Bo Horvat, and that's how I remembered his name. So a good leader on and off the ice, a really good penalty killer. I mentioned earlier today, 3rd most penalty killing minutes on the Dallas Stars. Not great in the faceoff circle, 47-48%, so that's not like his cup of tea. But you're going to get a player who does suppress chances from the other team, who's responsible defensively and can chip in offensively for sure. So I guess, for those of us wanting more offense from our third line, you might not get it from Jason Dickinson per se, but it can come indirectly if he's shutting down other teams' top centers and top wingers, and if he's allowing his line mates to do more offensively, that's a bonus. Or more importantly, if they can make him the shutdown center and then free up Bo Horvat to do more things on the offensive end, then that's a better thing as well. So the acquisition of Jason Dickinson can still lead to more offense for the team overall. It just might not be by him directly. And I think that's a very important thing to remember. Again, penalty kill, that's I think one of his biggest strengths. Smart player, good size. They got the size they wanted up the middle. He might not be, a 40 or 50 point guy, but maybe we can count on him in a full season for 25 to 30 points, and that would be a great pickup for the Canucks. So overall, I like this trade. I like it because of who he is, his leadership, and what he can bring on the ice, both on the defensive end, hopefully indirectly on the offensive end, and of course intangibles as well. You look at what we gave up, fair. 3rd round draft pick for the draft a week from today, And I think that's fine. You didn't want to go as high as a first, obviously, or a second, and maybe a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. That wouldn't get it done. So about a third rounder makes a lot of sense. And remember, third rounders are hit and miss. More often than not, they won't make the NHL. So if we have a proven NHL player who's only 26 years old, I think that's a win for the Vancouver Canucks, and that's why I like this trade so much. He's coming off a contract that paid him $1.5 million. He's an RFA, but Jim Benning has already spoken on record today saying they had permission to speak to him prior to today, and he doesn't see any problem re-signing him to a new deal, whether that's 2.5, we'll see. But I think anything under 2.5 to 3 is a win for the Vancouver Canucks as well, considering Sutter is making over 4. Lastly, how does this affect the expansion draft? Well, in a big way. Jason Dickinson basically takes up that 7th forward spot. We know the goalie's going to be Demko. We know the 3 D-men are going to be Schmidt, Myers, and Ulevi, because Hughes and Rathbone don't need to be protected. Edler's likely exploring free agency, and Travis Hamonic, we're not sure yet. But up front, we know it's a big 4 of Pettersson, Horvat, Besser, Miller, Tanner Pearson, Tyler Mott, and now it will be Jason Dickinson. Yet another sign that the Canucks intend to fully intend to sign him. You wouldn't trade for a guy who you're going to lose in about a week and a half or so. So look for Jason Dickinson to take up the 7th roster spot, the protected slot. We will hear about these. I think they're going to make the rosters, or the protected rosters, final sometime tomorrow, and then we can talk about that in tomorrow's vlog as well. But yes, Dickinson takes up the 7th spot. That means Kole Lind will indeed be exposed. A lot of Canucks fans might not like it. Homegrown player, second round pick a few years ago. But we don't know what he's going to turn out to be. Although he's a few years younger than Dickinson, we don't know if he's going to be a true bona fide player. So that means guys like Highmore, Lind, and McEwen. I think those are the top 3 forwards that Seattle might look at, or Braden Holtby. I don't think Madison Bowey's going to be a big, or Jonah Gadrich. I don't think those guys will be very appealing to the Kraken. So I expect the Kraken to pick from the Canucks either Lind now, McEwen, or Highmore. One of those 3 players. Lind and McEwen obviously a little younger than Highmore. Highmore the most established NHLer. Or, of course, Braden Holtby, which we've talked about quite a bit on this channel already. So there we go, Canucks fans. Some more thoughts, a little more calm, a little more research, a little more well thought out in this video than the one I posted about 2 or 3 hours ago. But still, watch them together, watch them in tandem for my full thoughts on Jason Dickinson. I think it's a great trade for the Vancouver Canucks for all the reasons that I outlined earlier. I would love to know your thoughts now that you've learned more about him, now that you've heard more commentary about him. What do you think of this trade, Jason Dickinson, for this year's 3rd round draft pick? Leave a comment. I would love to read, react, and reply as always. And leave a comment, leave a question for tomorrow's Ask Me Anything. Just mark it AMA so I don't miss it. Leave that as well in the comment section. Once again, shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Sim Alexander, Justin Credible, Nux Fan 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shea Family Channel, Jamie Sports Talk and More, Shannon Hollingworth, and Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support as always. And thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You're listed in my video description. If you want to become a member of the CCC crew, press the join button underneath this or any of my videos, or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Have an awesome day. I'm going to stay out here in the sun as long as I can. And I hope that you stay safe. Oh, subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Become a member of this channel if you like to. And leave a comment if you'd like to. Now, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless. And go Canucks go.